children, I am back again with another session of Science Chapter 2. Today we are going to study interdependence between plants and animals. Now children, what do you mean by the word interdependence? Interdependence means it is a kind of relationship in which two or more living organisms are benefiting from each other. They are dependent on each other and are benefiting from each other. Which means that suppose for example, this cow is benefiting from the tree. It is getting its food from the tree, right? So the cow is dependent on the tree for its food. Similarly, the cow is giving out carbon dioxide, which the plant is using, which this tree is using for photosynthesis, right? The plant is using this carbon dioxide taken out by the cow for photosynthesis. So, this is how some organisms, living organisms, when two or more living organisms are dependent on each other for various reasons and they derive benefit from each other, that is called interdependence. Now today we will see how the animals and plants are dependent on each other. Okay, so let's start. See children, what happens? The plant obtains sunlight, right, from the sun. So the plant is also dependent on the sun. Using the sunlight, the plant makes its food by the process of photosynthesis, right? Now, in this process of photosynthesis, the plant gives out oxygen. What does the plant give out? Oxygen. This oxygen is taken in by the animals and also us, right? This oxygen is taken in by the animals to breathe. The animals take in oxygen and give out another gas, that is carbon dioxide. What do they give out? Carbon dioxide. This carbon dioxide is used by the plant to make its own food in the presence of sunlight. Did you understand this? The sunlight is basically going to the plant and the plant is giving out oxygen. This oxygen is taken by this animal and the animal is giving out carbon dioxide, which is taken in by the plant. Okay, so there is a complete cycle. The plant. Now these 4 points will help us sum up the entire topic. So the first point is plants give out oxygen, which is taken in by the animals. Plants give out oxygen, which is taken in by the animals, and animals give out carbon dioxide, which is taken in by the plants. Now animals, what do? They give out carbon dioxide, which is taken in by the plants. Next, animals help in seed dispersal and pollination. Animals help in seed dispersal and pollination. So what happens when the seeds of the certain plants stick to the body of the animals move from one place to another, and there the seeds get laid off. Now these seeds, if they get the right kind of temperature, they get the right kind of environment, they might grow into new plants. And similarly, they also help in pollination. Pollination is also a way in which other plants grow. Okay, in which other plants grow, new plants grow. So, how do animals help the plants? They help in seed dispersal. Seed dispersal कैसे होता है? The seeds of certain plants get stuck to the body of the animals. When the animals go to some other place, there the seeds drop off from their body and might grow into new plants. जब animals plants के पास जाते हैं तो plants के कुछ seeds उनकी body पे चिपक जाते हैं. जब animals दूसरी जगह जाते हैं तो वो seeds वहाँ पे गिर जाते हैं. अगर उन सीड्स को राइट एनवायरनमेंट, सनलाइट, सॉइल, न्यूट्रिएंट्स, वाटर सब मिलता है तो उन प्लांट से न्यू ट्रीज ग्रो हो सकते हैं या उन सीड्स से न्यू प्लांट्स ग्रो हो सकते हैं. So that is how animals help in seed dispersal and also in pollination. Pollination is again a method जिसमें न्यू ट्रीज और न्यू प्लांट्स ग्रो करने में हेल्प होती है. ओके, नेक्स्ट, प्लांट्स प्रोवाइड शेल्टर टू एनिमल्स. प्लांट्स एनिमल्स को शेल्टर प्रोवाइड करते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल monkeys, squirrels and birds. All these animals and birds live on the trees, right? Live on the plants. So they are all these animals and birds are dependent on the plants for their shelter, for their homes. They are making their homes. So that's all about this topic. Now let us read page number 20. Interdependence between plants and animals. Plants and animals depend on each other for food and shelter. Plants provide food to animals. They also give out oxygen. Animals use this oxygen to breathe. Animals breathe out carbon dioxide that plants use for photosynthesis. Plants also need animals for many other things such as pollination and seed dispersal. Animals such as birds use plants to make their homes. Thus, plants and animals are strongly interdependent on each other for their survival. Therefore, the plants and animals are dependent on each other for their survival. If the plant won't be there, then animals will also not survive. If animals won't be there, then plants also cannot survive. That's all for today's topic. Thank you. I will meet you in the next session.